Welcome to another episode from Linkshadow Talks. Today, I'm joined by a friend, a storyteller, a mentor, a strategist, and an advisor. Dell's CTO for AI and data solutions for Meta region, Mr. Hani Khalaf. It's a pleasure having you here with us.
Thank you, Ahmad. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you.
With more than 30 years of experience, I want to gain as much as possible in this 20 minutes we are having here today, so you can share with us today. First, I want to focus on you, Hani. Who is Hani? What experience you have? And the AI and data, where are we going there?
Okay, so as a profession, I'm an electrical engineer. A proud electrical engineer. I believe all electrical engineers are proud to be electrical engineers. So started, like you said, almost 30 years ago. Technology started with telecom systems, basically, PBXs, technology which I consider today obsolete, of course. Moved into public safety in Canada, moved to Saudi Arabia, worked in Internet of Things, smart cities, and the last 3 years focused on AI.
Wow. So, speaking about AI, Han, this is a very interesting topic now, and no boardroom, no executive meeting, no events are missing the word AI. It is the hype, right? I want to ask you the first question. Is it a hype or is it reality?
It is reality. It's not a hype. I think people call it a hype because there's a lot of investments, a lot of talk about it, but maybe little execution that is not in line with all the investments that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
But I can assure you, it's a technology that's here to stay and will be part of every individual's life, every organization, and every government and country on earth.
And we need to adapt.
Definitely.
Okay, moving from here, speaking about AI, we are used to ChatGPT, AI models. We heard about that a lot. But now the change is moving from there towards Agentic AI. Now, full autonomous Agentic AI that can work, discuss, speak together, have a team. I want to hear about this technology, this evolution from you, Hani.
Okay. So everybody was excited when ChatGPT came out almost 3 years ago. And we were happy because we were using those LLMs as what we call them a single shot. We ask a question, it answers, and this was how LLMs have been used. Through at the beginning of 2025, I believe, end of 2024, we started seeing agents. So agents, think of them in a way as RPA systems, but with an LLM brain.
Okay.
So instead of the rules-based RPA, now you have a workflow that can think, can get a goal from you, can plan how to achieve the goal, has access to tools and databases and systems to extract information and possibly take action. And then it can build a plan to execute what you asked for. It will execute it. It will assess if it has reached the goal. And if it did not, it will change the plan until it reaches the goal. And moreover, it has memory.
Wow.
What this really mimics is how we as humans work, because that's how
we work.
That's how we do our daily work. Exactly, we think, and we have memory. We don't hopefully repeat the same mistakes over and over. Now, and this is gonna affect every individual, every organization. Future organizations will have teams of people and agents working together alongside. There will be hybrid teams of people and agents. There will be teams which are fully agentic. So going from LLM, agents, and then the next evolution is agentic AI, where many agents work together, possibly under one supervisor agent that distributes the tasks to the expert agents, which are experts in their domain. One could be a researcher, an analyst, a writer, a coder, and it will give them the task, then get all the output and give it to a human or possibly to another agentic system that needs to work on it. So this is the future of organizations. As individuals, we will be humans surrounded also by just helping agents.
Okay.
Agents that help us in our life, help us in planning a trip, helping our vacations. How many times when you think you want to plan a vacation, which hotels you want to stay, which neighborhoods, do I take this airline, they want to take the late night flights, etc. Imagine an agentic system that can take all your preferences, understands you really well, and goes and finds you possible scenarios for a vacation where it just plans everything and just needs you to click to book, and it will go do the booking for you.
Is this something that people are utilizing today, or still we are talking about the future here?
No, this is actually something that is utilized. Today, you've heard of CloudBot.
Oh, yeah.
Which was everywhere. It took the whole internet, the whole world by storm, and people are using it. Actually, people are saying, this is what Siri should be. This is what Siri should have been. So, but of course, this comes with risks, because personally, I would not use now CloudBot, because if you want to give it access to your systems, to your emails, to your groups on
no more privacy.
No more privacy, and then it can take action.
Oh.
I'm personally not yet comfortable with giving agents the ability to take actions. Yes. And this also brings another aspect of risk. Because with agents comes risk. Because they have access to tools, they have access to take action. So we have to very careful when designing the agents, and we have to design the security, traceability, governance of these agents from day one.
Sure.
It cannot be an after fact. Otherwise, we will have disasters. Now, is this real? Yes, this is real. We are seeing on the personal level, agentic system being helping people. I know of an example. For example, imagine you are going to meet a customer, and you know who the customer is. You know the person. You know the company they work for.
Okay.
And you'd like to prepare. Usually, a good salesman goes and prepares before the meeting. A pitch, or you need to know
who is he?
Who is this person? How can I do an icebreaker with them? Okay. And I want something to relate.
Okay.
So usually you go online, you check their LinkedIn profile, you might check their social media, you read about the company, what they have been doing in the past few months in relation maybe to cybersecurity. An agent today, you can give it the name of the company, the name of the person, and they can go within minutes, do all this research for you, prepare a document, maybe a one-pager, you want it in one page, and send it to you on WhatsApp. So as you're going to the meeting, you just open your WhatsApp, you read that one-pager, and you are ready to meet your customer, knowing exactly what they have been doing last week, knowing what their interests are, what that customer has been doing in the past 3 months in cybersecurity, and you can immediately start talking to them about it.
And it is nice, it is exciting, but it has some scariness inside it. Because today, let me bring our topic towards cybersecurity, because this is what we are focusing on here in Linkshadow. And I want to hear that from you, from an expert like you, Hani. We are speaking about AI models, agentic AI in normal life maybe. But now, let's come to the cybersecurity area, where there is some dark area here, and dark people behind that dark web and dark area and the deep web in that area there. They have the accessibility for all these agents and all these AI tools today. How dangerous this is and what to expect.
I personally believe that cybersecurity is one of the domains that will be mostly affected, accelerated, and disrupted by agentic AI. Simply because today, what we're doing today is that there are humans defending an organization and humans attacking the organization. Today, agentic AIs are getting into cybersecurity systems to do the defense.
Yes.
But also the attackers have access to agentic systems to build more sophisticated attacks.
True.
That can explore any vulnerability in the systems. It can run 24/7.
Can adapt.
It can adapt easily if it sees that they're without even human intervention. So you can run it by 24/7. Give it a goal. Give it the tools, just like an agent, and tell it, this is the goal that you need to achieve. So whether it attacks the network, attacks the identity, attacks whatever system in the organization, or simply just goes maybe through prompts.
And it chooses the perfect time, and it chooses the perfect moment that there's a gap, and then it attacks.
Exactly. So today, what we're going to see in the future is just agentic systems defending organization and agentic systems attacking organization. We as humans will be just monitoring and looking. So the game will be, is my agent or agentic systems better than yours, faster than yours, and more adaptable than yours?
Wow.
That's what we.
This is scary, and this is what we have been seeing as well from Linkshadow. As today, most of organizations, as you mentioned, we are living this AI era. It's not something in the future. Are experiencing a tremendous amount of attacks built or powered by an AI agent. These attacks are very sophisticated, as you have mentioned, Hani, and these attacks, unfortunately, it doesn't go through one tool. It works through a full ecosystem that today attackers are using to attack us. And to solve this, you cannot solve it with one AI agent, right? Although all the cybersecurity vendor, if you heard it, this year, last year, and the previous 3 years, we were speaking AI. If you go to any event, any vendor presentation on cybersecurity, you'll hear that AI is part of that. But still, we are seeing attacks are increasing, right?
Yes.
They are not decreasing. They're increasing massively. What is the reason behind this?
I think one of the reasons is that today vendors are enabling agentic capabilities within their platform. But each platform works on its own. It might be very smart by itself. Another one might be very smart and doing the job of the platform within minutes instead of hours. But unless you have a framework, an agentic framework, that links all these systems together, you will not be able to defend the organization properly. Actually, attackers might take advantage of this. Siloed smart systems that are not interconnected and be able to find loopholes because of this disconnection, and be able to get from there. So having a framework that looks at the cybersecurity as a holistic view everywhere is necessary to be able to defend the future organization.
And by the way, this is how we think about it even at work. Today, we are advising all the CISOs. We are meeting the SOC managers because of the headache that they are getting out of the number of alerts that we are just spoken about, the huge number of alerts and attacks caused by AIs around the world. Now, that's increased the amount of work and job the analyst needs to do. He needs to look, investigate into multiple areas, and he needs to do it manually. I'm sure there's a lot of tools today that has some AI capabilities to reduce that, but I don't think this is enough, because today you need to match the speed. Speed is not an option. Today, it is a must to be fast. You cannot relax.
Yes. I mean, take the SOC, for example. I mean, in cybersecurity, let's go back to cybersecurity. A SOC today, somebody sitting in the SOC today, looks at hundreds, thousands of alerts. They're expected to analyze them, filter them. Maybe today, the tools that are available today are giving with AI, some form of AI, giving them better alerts, trying to correlate some alerts together, but they're still getting the alerts. A SOC of a future will look very different because that L1 will be an agentic system that will act as an analyst. It will look at the log alerts. It will collect the logs from the relevant systems. It will analyze them. It will relate them to external or threat intelligence. And then it will build a containment plan on how to contain this intelligence. And if you allow it, it might even take action to recover also and fix things even before you might even know that something happened. Of course, it will alert you.
True.
Today, I think still we are in a world where we don't want agents to take the final steps. I think so. We still want to leave it to a human, but there will come a time when you cannot afford to let a human make the decision at the end, because you cannot wait even 5 minutes for a human to look at the result and make a decision to recover.
Sure.
The agentic systems has to make that decision and take the action, because they know the consequences of not doing it could be devastating.
That's what we want to hear, that these AI agents will be supporting us. I am with you, Hani. Today, we cannot depend 100% on AI agents, especially when it comes to cybersecurity, blocking, isolating an incident. It could be something that can damage this business if we let the agent act by itself. So I believe, and the country we're living in today is building an AI nation here, that allowing us, inshallah, with time, to depend on these agents into more governed, following particular frameworks when it comes to cybersecurity, how they need to act, what is the workflow accepted and what is not. Before we close this, I want from you one last advice for the CISOs and CTOs today around the world, around this region especially, the one we are living in, what they need to be prepared for and how they need to look at cybersecurity from now on.
It's a good question. A lot of things they need to rethink, like I said, because cybersecurity will be greatly disrupted by AI and agentic AI. But maybe I can focus on two things. First is, think of your data as a sovereign asset. Think of sovereign systems. So think where your data resides. What is the impact of this data falling in the wrong hands? And there will always be data that I will not share even with my closest friends. I want to keep it close to me in my systems without even letting anybody look at it. And in this case, I want to run my AI algorithms and my AI systems within that data center. So sovereignty is the most important. The other thing I want to mention is, don't think of your network as the perimeter of your organization, because today's attacks are not targeting your networks and ports
or the perimeters,
firewalls, or the perimeter. No, they will be different kind of attacks using prompts, using possibly something that is sleeping in the organization,
AI manipulation,
an open source model that you downloaded which was infected with something. It can be sleeping in the organization for months, years before it gets triggered by something.
Wow.
So don't think of the perimeter as the network as the perimeter only, because people can penetrate through prompts. Information can leak from your organization outside. So put a lot of focus on making sure that your organization data does not go outside. And lastly, I want to emphasize something. If you don't give your employees proper tools to use within the organization, tools that you trust, they will go and seek external tools, and that's where the danger happens.
I agree with you 100%. We saw a lot of social engineering today powered by AI, phishing emails powered by AI, that it looks so human. It looks like me talking. It looks like you talking. It looks like that organization is really sending you an email asking you for something. And I've seen it, I believe, on Microsoft Teams. This is where I've seen it last time. I got a message saying that, thank you for subscribing with this subscription. I forgot the name. You paid $9.50. This is your bill. Please let us know if this is not you. Press on this link. Yes. I am a tech guy. I'm a cybersecurity person, so I will not fall for this maybe. But let's think about the others. What is needed here so we can be always, what is your advice here to be always secure?
It's just education.
Yeah.
And continuous education, because the threats, the phishing attacks are evolving and they're becoming much, much more sophisticated. So you have to educate. I personally educate my wife, my daughters, my perimeter. I let people, whenever I have a chance, I teach them about these things. One of the things I taught them, for example, is if you get one of those emails or messages from an organization X that tells you, oh, this happened, please click here to do this. I say, break the link. Take that piece of information, go to the mobile app or portal of that organization, which send the message supposedly, and verify that piece of information and see if it's real or not.
I agree
But
with it.
never follow the link. Use that information. And I believe in 99% of the cases, you will find that this is a phishing alert.
Yeah, or a phishing
attack or phishing attempt.
True.
Yes.
True. Because
and we're seeing this organizations today we're living this. I'm living this. Every month we get a phishing email from the organization to test our alertness as employees.
Are you going to solve with it?
Exactly. We have to be alert. So today I'm much more alert than I used to be. Before we used to deal with email like, you just read the email. If it says something, you click and you take the action. Now I read it attentively. I look at the source of the email. I look for any signs of phishing before I take any action. And sometimes it is legitimate, but I have to do my due diligence.
I agree with you. And I cannot stop saying that this is very important to everyone who is listening to our episode today. We always need to verify. We need to enable the zero trust in our personalities, not only in our systems.
Correct.
So we can live peacefully nowadays with all these cyber attacks happening around us. Hani, thank you. It was a pleasure, a real pleasure being part of this conversation with you.
Yes, it is mine.
And it was an incredible conversation with Hani, who helped us see that AI is no longer just a tool. It's becoming an active participant in how businesses run and how security must evolve. Stay tuned for more episodes of Linkshadow Talk, where we break silos and build bridges for a more secure AI digital world.